Obeka tell say me and Kufuor ho asem. Every time say Kufuor is lazy. Inti na nkama betina no meji mi fantini nti. Me me pa chawo. Me me pa wan chawo. I will insist that J.A. Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. And I have never moved away from that statement. Now, still NPP. Me jinamo. Obi antumi pa mu free party. Me jinam matade nefe. Council of State was a National Executive Council for Pejini Bako. The bag Ghana and say na me man ba me residence. And I say Kevin, you know something? I'm out for be cancel. Ye na MP for party no. The wo ye no eye. Party na say. So why nye the wo ye na party no ba omi na krom for no be say party no. Atade ehye mi. Won say foot soldier bi shebi. E neck for na ehye. One of them penny for more neck mu no decide with mama. Any eche we nyina. I say Kevin, je ko na ehye. O mama kala nyoma bebre Kevin. Bua party no. Won say enkwase fom go TikTok ehia fom be wifu amu kankan. Also bi shebi. O shere no pam mame. O say Kevin je. Dia wo ye no. Ye nyina ye support o. Party ni GCA. Na ye mwa na ewifu wentumi nye party ni ye. Ba omiane na yira kromfo we fu like men mo chance no. Inti sak ne dia menti yo. Mo ye sak bi mama me lawyers a trabre mo. Any day I will see you people make a statement. And this goes to the chairman Amunibi. This goes to the general secretary. Say Monsieur Bow Negotina baby say we have sacked Kevin Taylor. I will let my lawyers write to you people because I have paid dues in this party. I have done everything to sustain this party in the past. And I'm still a member of the NPP. Dioye Bermano, Omar Bontimejina National Television, Masaki Kevin Taylor. My lawyers will write, and maybe the party, my bankruptcy party, no, because me, I don't joke with my NPP. I'm a full member, I have a card, and for years, Minjina baby and the Enkasi Mejai party, no. Send your join a party, Sana Miss join a party, no. It will be any 2 million because my Pam Kevin Taylor free party. If you don't want my lawyers to write to you people, then shut up and feel the change. And that is what is going to happen from today. Nobody in the party, and I'm saying this in authority, or be any party also be an TV so, and answer or your penny or party say, Yasaki Kevin Taylor, I'm talking about the neck to the general secretary. You don't have a national chairman, I understand. But from the neck to the general secretary, I don't want to see or hear anybody. Because if you dare me, I'm going to sue. I am not joking, and these are real facts. It is a warning I'm sending to the party leadership. And I'm talking to the neck and the general secretary. Musionka obi nonka say my barbon tini biem to come and say Masaki Kevin Taylor, I will sue. And if I sue, you people know I'll condemn and destroy the party. It's my last warning to you people. You know I don't give them any attention. Obi a only neck or a general secretary. Anybody below that, I don't give attention to such people. The only people I listen to Omokasa, party neck and the general secretary because you don't have a national chairman. But anybody below, I don't respond to animals. Me, anybody below neck, me who say chamwa. Anybody below neck in the NPP, me who say yaboa. So I don't respond to such people. I only respond to neck and the general secretary. So this is something I am sending to the party. I have my lawyers on standby. Do I have Bema Utredi at the seminar? Ombra Bontini say, I'm a member of the neck. I am the general secretary. Kevin Taylor has been sacked. No more here, BC. Because you have party no yeah, co-constituency meetings no more. Nine. Now, I want to put this on record, and it's about time I responded to Nyoma Ekoso on the internet. I want to say this, and for years, Maka, opinion, your friend, ex-president Kufuor, I've said on my platform so many times to say, J.A. Kufuor as a husband, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a grandfather, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a citizen and a statesman, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a leader of a family, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor at his age, I respect him. But I will insist that J.A. Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. And I have never moved away from that statement. J.A. Kufuor as a politician, to me, is a political criminal. And is one of the greatest political criminals at Ghana. Now, mon korana muti social media, eka se, Sebio Kufuor o ibubueni no, mo ena mo ka sa asem na to Kufuor so. If it is a mere kwamiti hei, mimbie manu da o baby anka se Kufuor ibubueni. Kufuor onye disability ni o. Kufuor oti Ghana no, obi an command pay say Kufuor is being grouped under people of disability or people with disability. Obi anya sa. Iti mo muti social media. Na mama adwin say mo be force the Kufuor abehye. Eye ade friend no, people with disability bracket no, be very careful. Be very, 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 very careful. Most NPP muno. Because you need to Kufuor to Ghana. You say your papa Kufuor on the Sebio or person nante ko 2 vote to me sorry nante or person tenasi or to me sorry tenasi. sometimes maybe you feel lazy too on person be sorry but days are feel so lazy no otumi sorry gina na so chia it more modern social media TV so etiti Facebook titi TikTok force person mo create bibi to Ghana for nkwara team say ya papa kofo ne ho mfa no oyare oyebubuafo ya papa kofo nya bubuafo ya papa kofo oduru baby a sorry na ntema ye nyina ehu ebia ebi oduru baby a o feel lazy on person be sorry no on sorry no kire so oyebubuani intime ka kire mo nkwara na mo de TikTok na mo pese mo force na mo de kofo ekose people with disability ya kofo nya bubuani mo njai sa akasa no na me akobedu amtie minjire baby mbie ma no say kofo ebubuani it mean very very careful. Now there's a video circulating on social media and that video was made in 2024 November. 2026. That video was in 2024. Now Samira Bawumia and Nukunu and they started this jandam. And video na mo say circulating a video edi over 2 years. Sa time na achichidie kufuado na NPP for through say we be defending no sa eye de Koteboto Kufuor ono na na president M1 say and there you people have failed to defend the Kufuor but you have jumped all the way 25 years back to say obi de Kufuor. Now me be say munyina mo hwe video no I will respond. There are so many young people in Ghana, they don't know who Kufuor is. They don't know the damage J.A. Kufuor did to Ghana, the corruption general Kufuor the audio Ghana. So na TikTok amokasa anyhow. But I want to rectify this. Video bia uno system no bia 2024 video November na edien Kufuor the president. I was reacting to Kufuor Jimmy and I'm a Ghana 40 asebi nyoma bia efa Kufuor ho. Inti mo a my imagine say mo de den mo bedi di Kufuor tawa ka se Kufuor ebubuani no me akọ de me gina me bia nka so ebubuani. Ye nyina hwe Kufuor wako event bebre ada opese sorry. So person chi otumfo nsem ogina na so chi otumfo na watrase and it's a sign of a sometimes he just lazy to do it but when he really wants to do it he does it. It's immediate in my eyes and the wisdom nyame amame no J.A. Kufuor is not disabled. Now mommy go video no 2024 video we na NPP for some de jandam me wi na ma kire who J.A. Kufuor is. Kufuor na nipa bia ma dwen say omo ni message ma ba omianti omo de be sympathetic politics no me ba kire mu who Kufuor is e bia mo nkwara bebre mu nim Kufuor. These are things we need to take serious. Now, my mention my DB. Now, shade. You say Kwatuaba, na ne Kufuor also okubie, before we go on, this is the statue no it be a statue no. I say a bottom, maybe on the statue no see. Statue na nsen a you know, I no na obiti Western region to Takura de say be Kwatuama MPP. Ewurade Nyankopon. Ye na I will say ben a service a song ye. This is a Kufuor statue. Share statue no be see. O de nyabote ne statue no be see. Share environment no. This is what a Kufuor acquire no Western region. Na o te Western region. O ya wasani, o ya hantani. Na wa sorry say kwasia we me koto aba. Share surrounding. Aha no this statue be see o. Or the carpet be say ho nyina. And na or the cars be 200 efri nkan o to petrol gum o de wusika. Ebe sinne. Na na do dan Kufuor de twin fan and santene ade ba ko. Hwe Takura the port, John Mahama expansion ye ni nyina and was so abegina painting was say ne dia. With Jimmy. These are the people who are campaigning today. Kufuor hu adia o, and so say ye. Ba omi ametoa so Kufuor because ono so ne ba no eye bini dan no obesi ye ne life mu nyina no in the history of his political life. J.A. Kufuor toilet and it's in the niso. He pick toilet. Kufuor gallon. Omo bokro no. Ye nka Kufuor asem oya santini. And Ubusoma Kufuor onyahwe Ghana at 50. A forensic report was done. A commission ka say Kufuor ye kromfo. Kodwom pianu mu nyina wie sika Ghana at 50. And the oko archives bia unhu Ghana at 50 one video mpo. Kufuor kromfo. Kufuor ye kromfo. And so me anka Kufuor asem ye tikrom ha e die na yehu Kufuor tam Ghana sika 1.5 million dollars 2006. E de kwa abrochire konani gold ebe tu ni kom. Kufuor kromfo otam Ghana gold eno okona ne ye eno ba na odobema ono agasa ne ho award wo Ghana mo se ye ntri Kufuor ho asem da ma ye nka Kufuor asem sansem fu ye nka Mahama na ye ya kama ba me ada okrom ha ene de ye nka ya brebre so waka se tia panyini ye de nwan na gu ye krom nwan na gu ye fie J.A. Kufuor bedi Ghana so wan bedi mponche so wan bedi na busuafo so ye na ne ye hwe no ende ye na ye hwe Kufuor ade na otim na why lazy na person benante no ye na etua ho ka Until we have the right to question Kufuor, onye Yesu, or ye politician or be Ghana bro. Until Mama Kufuor say he's untouchable. Who is Kufuor? Can you point to one monumental project that Kufuor ya ebe to di Ghana? A bini dankwa. Show me one monumental project. Kufuor na ye and they bet me the day, you bet me the ensapon and say J Kufuor san wedwini, wait much me. Ni kuro mangaza santimemu, okoye emergency ward. Hospital nesu ono, and over 2 block back who him. And no, I don't move on the into so. Nipano a disappointment, Nipano or embarrassment. Nipano has shown no will. Say he came to serve, he came to steal. And on am Ghana higher campaign on to me can say and a Ghana for Muamun Juma me maye. On to me last Oma a interview. Me Juma maye nina me better when to man a Juma on want to me start TV 8 years. Already. And sir, Keta school boys, foolish boys don't free Kumasi an interview no. When to me an can or TV no say me a Juma when I'm a team and suffering. Kufon to man ye Juma be organ and ten same free. Kufuor. Ejuma bay. This is a 2024 video. A show I'm here. And I still stand by it. And nobody in Ghana can tell me say what I said was wrong about Kufuor's leadership and whatever I said. Because so when you go deeper, you understand say mumum and amu piepia Kufuor na koni wom. Because I have seen Kufuor, and what I like about Kufuor is say odu otu for mo to sorry nante ekochia ni nsem wakobe bi bebre awaso regional and that means when he wants to work he walk. Maybe you see it say Kufuor disabled. Into mumum nende mochi Ghana phobia adwena ko say Kufuor oyebubu afo sebio Kufuor the letter bia bro obi woni fie say meyare ni. When was it disclosed nationally? Say Kufuor say meyare ni. Waka obi has Kufuor ever come out himself to say I am disabled? Modia motiti TV so no Facebook mojiminti penyini a otini fie na mo ka samoto no so. Me I don't see Kufuor as a disabled person. I see Kufuor as sometimes he's lazy to work. That's it. It will be a whole interpretation, no? And I'm will say, well, into mono, when you're very careful the way you speak about Kufuor. Mo $500, $10, $20, no? But this platform, every single thing we say, it is a study video now, an outshare video now. The context was a Kufuor, and I'm Ghana for TSC, the action of Kufuor, and yet now. Mo bebre munim who J.A. KUFUOR'S. Jirima Kufuor be di no senka any president edimu 1% anka sani pani da jail. The reason why JJ Rawlings never agreed with Atamils was because he failed to jail Kufuor and Kufuor. The reason why JJ always had issues with Atamils was because Atamils, for the first time in the history, me start here me show me didn't win out because if Atamils had been strong enough, Kufuor me come jail. Cause some with them. Anything a nipa bi anya anoke kan kwase asem on social media ne Ghana ho. Said yen, menya den, mo bodam. Now let me show you who J.A. KUFUOR is. Yati krom ha, mo enkwara no mo ba na obeti history gitingiti bi. Na mo adwene am say, ye ne penifo na mo beto ye no, ye ka asem a ye nim de ye ka. Ope one of the greatest criminals o medi Ghana so a. And I say Ghana be doing that, J.A. KUFUOR. Because there are so many things, facts under his leadership. A track clearly said he's not supposed to be a statesman in Ghana. And in Jamaica, I've drawn the line. And Debbie Ameka Kufuor as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, as a family head, I respect him. But as a politician, Kufuor is a criminal. Yes, or a Kufuor. And nobody can contest that because the facts are clear. As an NPP member, a card-bearing member of the NPP, I will keep my word every single day. And it needs to be recorded in the history of Ghana. Because Kufuor Krono be boy, you know. So President Tibi Bobi Okroma, Anka Ende Ghana ni Kentia. Kufuor is the greatest political criminal in the history of Ghana. The only thing I want to fact, and I'm going to show you a little bit of Kufuor today. Maybe Kufuor, the cunning nature, the lies he told you people, the way he amassed wealth, conflict of interest, nepotism, clear corrupt practices, Kufuor siphoning, making sure our state facilities. So you people, at the end of the day, I am mubi munsie nyansa way and power. But I name me say, dear mo yeno, Kufuor mpe because we are about to expose Kufuor. You want to be 20 years, 21 years. I'm going to take Kufuor some. I'm going to share the detailing. Nyoma Kufuor ya ne dangerous and the politician be ya anka Ghana ebe butu. And so young people in the NPP bebre bonim ena Kufuor be the president 25 years ni. 25 good years ni. Why are we not protecting the Kufuor who just left office? I didn't think I could protect the Kufuor. If you say, no more Bonia Kufuor, you know, NPP for Santifo, ne person kataso. Mumu bi mo bodam. Muntie me. Ana matese nkoko kasa. Me say mumu bi no mo bodam. Mo ba na mo beka de Kufuor ne boni na e wo krata so no. The facts no. Na maka kire inchirima no say, papa we ono na abo Ghana form. Then we start to move forward. Na ahwode amudi defend Kufuor no. Adena mo fa bi defend Kufuor do. Ahwode na amonya na mudi defend Kufuor. But adena mo fa bi defend Kufuor because Kufuor is a twerp. He's a toy president. That guy is basically a dwarf who does not respect the rule of law. Go and defend the Kufuor. I don't know what Kufuor weja. Because moko baby mugi se nipa dodo no enim history no. But you see, our job here is to sell the message to the people. Use the fact to let people know. Dream our politicians say dear. It is a majority must say money message. The strategy is more sympathetic vote. Intia mo fa Kufuor don count. Today, you people are shy to defend the Kufuor. Mo Kufuor, Benjamin Bre, Obuya fast because not Facebook in war. Obuya fast because not Twitter and effective. Obuya fast because there are no records. Me and come in your way, but more NPP for them with Jimmy and Pesa Ghana for whom Nipa Kufuor ye. Now you send another person for a politics man, Ghana bebo. On said the mayor and you bray a hack of 4. You know why? Because Ankanya Moa, Ankawedi and Kamemeka. Mo Jimmy T, mo de mo papana, Nensako she binim. I mention history kakra ba Kufuor krono be boy. Detailing kakra. Mumu bebre no Santifoni bi NPP for monte brofunti. Ya kenkan krata na monte ase ende me kan na medwudwam. Ya de. What Kufuor Hotel, Kufuor Chief Kufuor, sole owner of Hotel Kufuor. But munim details of krono Kufuor edisa hotel we bo Ghana. Hey. Munim de Kufuor owo e krom dis Cuba nke hanging na dada. Kufuor okopre China anke jelino. Kufuor anka North Korea and command the Hamas the Kong. Yen na ye jibinti ne so nkwase asem so Ghana. Sebio obi anyiri nti odi boni ama meyanka. You are the cause of Ghana's problems. Mon kwarani bino. Internet ka ko mejimiti mehwe abomoto na ebu nkotodwe mo bodam. Na me who have I offended? Why am I any boni? Oh, because I am telling the people the gospel truth. Now this issue, nipa bebre atia way. Oh, Kufuor Hotel, Kufuor utie details na woman na ebetwa wonsunum. Let me show you something. That issue I friend of Hotel Wawa, Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, Kufuor Emma Ebiye. Mama show. And as one back we Ebia what Kufuor Hotel, Kufuor the Indian, omunka details because omun so much we year, Kufuor bubefu. Now, in some of the calendar in Nano, for President Oma Banefa, just to put down a sefa, you ever said John Mahama, na yɛmfa ntoto wo nsa nkɛn dɛn kwasi afɔm tete radio so TV so Facebook ne TikTok ATM no san kombe ka de omo kana hwade. Let me show you this. Establishment of the company Shraj Findings. TMA Kufuor ema ne mabie companies. Ena in the Shraj report no companies no mubie no Kufuor ma mienu ena na company ne omodia. Na dia e wan say Kufuor at the state agencies banks say ya buying banks and omuma omudi sika mo omoto e den Etosa Hotel no na Kufuor na president. Now, the commission found that 1 AWHCL, that is the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, incorporated in 2002 and was used as the vehicle for the acquisition of the hotel. Sa company near Freno, Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, no 2002, and yet see and Kufuor na president. Na sa company no motie no and no de fa so to sa hotel no strategy be no mo fa so to hotel no. Now report wedding or say Chief Kufuor established a company, the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, as a vehicle for the purchase of the hotel. It's Chief Kufuor on the JA Kufuor ba or could be a company and or this sa company no eto hotel nani papa na ye president. How did he raise money? Onya sika wain. Chief Kufuor, how much was he worth? Never probably president year bain 2002 no be a company and or the to hotel nani sika wain. The guarantee a chest of it to hotel the free hin buy. Now, Shraj Findings. Shraj stated that at the time of investigation, John Kufuor was the sole shareholder. Sa company near Freno, a Airport West Hospitality Company Limited. No, not John Kufuor kwan a shareholder. Sa company kakraka ebeto a hotel worth billions na nipa ba ko pe ene dia. One person. J.A. Kufuor ba John Kufuor. Onu kwan ene dia. Now, sole signatory and one of the directors, T.A. na ono nkwa ne signature and a command sa company no and at the end of the day or you're one of the directors, meaning na nipa ba ko bi ka ho and emo mumienu ye hotel ba ko shareholder and ba ko director. Why na director? The sole shareholder as of the time of investigations was Chief KUFUOR, who was also a sole signatory. The report further stated Nana Ama KUFUOR was the other director. Nana Ama KUFUOR is KUFUOR'S daughter. Chief KUFUOR is KUFUOR'S son. Nana Ama KUFUOR KUFUOR baba. Chief KUFUOR KUFUOR babema. Omu mienu nkwa ne bie hotel company no. Bema no ena ni signature running company no. Ono na osi ene dia ena ni nua ba o KUFUOR ba eye ne dia director. Two people. But I was at that time no na Chief KUFUOR no how much is he worth? Na ni sika ye saying. Ni nua ba no ye director no ono na ni sika ye saying KUFUOR ma mienu ebie company in 2002. On papa be the president na. Hwade strategy for investigations no. This is what they came up with. Stratch found that Prudential Bank coordinated financing for the acquisition and completion of the hotel. KUFUOR president na ne ba ni kapre no and a Prudential Bank for and omo ye den omo coordinating financing omo no mo pay sika from sa bank and any other banks and omo de ba KUFUOR ba no. Kwan na president na KUFUOR and president. Suddenly or interestingly, banks ni nyina ebi state banks omo nyina ba together so omo ba KUFUOR ba no sika podium anakoto hotel. Na Chief KUFUOR no ye hwan. Their role no play. KUFUOR ba boy no. KUFUOR Junior no ye hwan. Now, Chief KUFUOR applied to Prudential Bank Limited (PBL) to mobilize about $6 million to acquire, complete, and operate the hotel. Chief KUFUOR instructed the Prudential Bank, any other bank to say, "Omunjiji sika $6 million." So some na yekan 2002. Unim sika yekan wasem 2002. Unim maybe $6 million. Unim sa sika no unim se di etie. And the cross $6 million. Ubetumi akain. KUFUOR ne ba onika pre otumi instructed banks emomutumi put it together $6 million. This is 2002. I mention idea. Make sure who KUFUOR is and the part one no. Role of National Investment Bank. You didn't kaka Prudential Bank. Now National Investment Bank also eka ho and omuji sa sika di free omo. Stratch findings. The commission found that NIB, National Investment Bank, participated in the financing the project. NIB so di omusika ko shemu. O papa be the president 2 years ago, so 1.5 years. Suddenly, wait to me, I'm making sure say banks wey nyina ubi a company in 2002. Banks wey nyina to me raise sika at the amount. NIB, National Investment Bank. National Investment Bank, Meno Bank, they took that money almost like a pumpy sikama KUFUOR ba. Now report wedding. NIB is reported to have agreed to finance the hotel with an amount of $2.5 million, which includes an equity subscription of $200,000. NIB, a bank nisika $2.5 million. KUFUOR ba be a company 2002. Only new bank one company nim. On papa na president. Omotimi ageti state banks. Any other banks to give them over $6 million. You think it's a joke? Way, and Mahama Ba and a Mahama Ba president and a hotel and a banks are money $60 million. Again, Kevada Kuma. Also KUFUOR the angel. Mamianka KUFUOR. Now, this is the Stratch report that we really chrono. Me we are na machamo say, Mo pa KUFUOR onya angel, Mo pa KUFUOR onya disabled, Mo pa KUFUOR just lazy. And nobody is going to force me to change my words. Because maybe you want to put him in that category of KUFUOR disabled. But I want people to know KUFUOR no, who KUFUOR is. Now let me show you this. Stratch report on payment to Anthony Saud. I say the commission found that the former owner of the property, Anthony Saud, was paid in installments. Report wedding. Mr. Anthony Saud was paid $3.5 million for the hotel in 2 installments. You can say installment. Omutia $3.5 million. 2 installment. Omutia bako and be $3.5 million. KUFUOR bano konye skani free. Company obi in 2002. Ne investment net saying how much was that company worth to be able to make sure state banks raise $6 million a KUFUOR who was buying the hotel. Most of them can kwasiasam. Mona makofa woyabawu. Yebe biye KUFUOR too. Report specified $2 million on February 27, 2004, and 1.5 million on August 20, 2004. And that's how they paid the money. ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank, a bank some use here, NIB, Prudential Bank, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank, Omuma loan, saying Stride confirmed approval of financial support from ERIB, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. Now, the report said further support came from the ERIB with an approval of a loan facility of $1 million on August 17, 2005 for KUFUOR'S Sons Company. Remember, company where just $6 million. So nipa mi nupe ene yomudia KUFUOR ba bema ene ne baba. Allegation that President KUFUOR was the real owner. Investigations from Shraj and I'm really no. Shraj did not find substantial evidence proving that President KUFUOR secretly owned the hotel. But listen, although the exact final wording is not fully reproduced in the sources available online, the overall conclusion reported publicly was that, and I quote, the evidence supported ownership by John Adokufuor. 2. Not hidden ownership by the president. This is reflected in the headline reporting of the findings. Chief KUFUOR, sole owner of the hotel KUFUOR. The main aim was for KUFUOR to own the company or own the hotel and then making it look like it belongs to his son. So you see, when Shraj did all their report, you will not find KUFUOR'S name in there, say, hotel near KUFUOR there. But when you go back to check how Chief KUFUOR editing nearby, it will be a company. 2002, omutumi F4C, state institutions, state banks to give them 6 million. Who influenced that? Because Chief KUFUOR, they don't have that money. That company was less than 2 years. That company had only 2 directors and 1 signatory. So how were they able to raise that money? It was because KUFUOR was president and he influenced that process. Now, Mamen Show, Shraj conclusion, what did they say? Ownership of the hotel. Shraj conclusion, Shraj concluded that the hotel was legally owned by John Adokufuor. That is what KUFUOR wanted, through a company called Airport West Hospitality Company Limited. So that is what KUFUOR wanted to establish. Hotel on the media, by Mama Mebano, and I had ADNIM, 2002, Meti Company. Me baba man me baba no nkwa na belidi me dinim enti achi omokra you can't mention my name. That was the master plan. Now, Mr. John Adokufuor, the son of President John Ajekum KUFUOR, is the sole owner of the property near the president private residence known as Hotel KUFUOR. Baby na KUFUOR no hotel ni sino. Sa hotel wa no na ene KUFUOR private residence na share wall. Do you understand? Sa hotel na in their friend Regency Hotel so dey na e wa Accra no. Right now it is called African Regent Hotel. Sa hotel na almost $6 million those times no. Na ene KUFUOR private residence na share wall. J.A. KUFUOR president no. Hotel na baneto no ene KUFUOR efiri na share wall. What are you telling me? Ose KUFUOR is corrupt. He's the worst president in the history of Ghana. Now, overall takeaway from the Shraj findings. What Shraj effectively concluded, the hotel was legally owned by John Adokufuor, which is what KUFUOR wanted to do from the beginning, because no him say fraudulent. But on why ya ebechino to the nembana nebeye. 2. Financing came through banks and institutional loans. 3. The president was not proven to be the hidden owner. And 4. Shraj did not establish criminal corruption against President KUFUOR. At that time, who is Shraj to say KUFUOR has committed a crime? Because from day one, J.A. KUFUOR planned this very well so that the arrow, the direction will not come to him. So you will never say KUFUOR, but unimunyansa now was said the beginning. Oma be a company, no, the number of people in the company, how these banks all came together to give them money. Then you will know that the hotel was being purchased by J.A. KUFUOR. I don't know one country, but on paper, so we are rational now. NPP, you will see KUFUOR basically influenced the process to buy that hotel because it shared a wall with his private residence. Now, my man, so Krono KUFUOR the Ghana at 50 bob, menewo. And so, there, you see, he's living good on the mountains. Maybe KUFUOR adansino masasa dan nchen. Yeah, me to masasa 2012. Maybe KUFUOR tino masasa dan nchen. I'm not a joke like that. Now let me show you this. Shade, mo be say KUFUOR ho asem ma embebunu ni hu KUFUOR boni a wedi ene krono a wabo. This is a year report, audit report na me de no. Ghana at 50 now. What say say KUFUOR Ghana at 50. Audit report we read there. The government accepts the following observations, the deductions and findings of the commission. A commission came together to do a forensic audit investigations. Ghana at 50 no. Where anakufuor kodwom pieni eye rekubrobe ne set no. Monhwe de omoye. A total of 51,800,000 United States dollars. $51 million nakufuor de Ghana at 50. 2007. 51 million, a total amount of 31,800,000 United States dollars. 38.1 million, equivalent at that time to 293.10 billion. So $31 million in 2007. Now the Ghana schema now you 293.10 billion. So that's the kind of year Ghana at 50. Almost a year 300 billion Ghana cedis. That is the amount or the Ghana at 50. No. After the forensic audit or investigations, Eddie White paper brand president said there was saying in here almost 300 billion cedis and I could force or the Ghana at 50. Ghana at 50 DNA. And yet line I'm also yeah in conversion to ma 300 billion went into Ghana at 50. Reports, no investigations. That's what he told us. Now you see this. Now out of the 293.10 billion or $29.31 million, it was approved by Parliament. Original Parliament, this is what we did to say, Mama me almost 300 billion to go and do Ghana at 50. And people know majority in Parliament. They gave Kufuor 300 billion for celebrating one-day event. The first tranche of 20 million United States dollars, equivalent to 182.90 billion, was approved on 20th July 2006. The second tranche of 11,800,000 United States dollars, equivalent to 110 billion Ghana cedis, was a loan from Fidelity Bank. That was also approved by Parliament on the 30th day of July 2007. First chunk in the Parliament approved here. Second chunk, a loan, free Fidelity. A whole country, celebrating Ghana at 50. We had to take loan from a bank under Kufuor. Almost 300 billion. And Kufuor G say, or the celebrating Ghana at 50. By 31st December 2008, a total sum of 97,770,388 Ghana cedis and 44 Ghana pesos. That's the amount being spent on the celebration. So by the 31st of December 2008, Kufuor Sika was spending 97 billion on the celebration. 97 billion. Now, moving forward, this exceeded the sum of 29,310,000 Ghana cedis approved by Parliament. Parliament approved Sika Kufuor. Parliament Sika wa approved Kufuor spending more than how much Parliament approved. Parliament Sika wa approved Kufuor Jefa no. Kufuor spent more than the Parliament. Now, when we move forward, this was in violation of Article 178 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the Financial Administration Act 2003, Act 654. J.A. Kufuor ebu Ghana mraso. Article 178 obuso. Parliament sefasika wekwe celebration odi more than that. And then Mahama yes adena angada nkambeka. Kamode modum kanka beka Mahama kromfo Mahama yewi mo papa Kufuor. Dwuma de odi in Ghana now. The terminal report na me read akire mo no. Entimetina ga Kufuor ye kromfo a. Memo bi antina Ghana nga say na me mbu penyini. Penyini obi afie, but a Kufuor as an elderly man, as an Ashanti, as a father, as a grandfather, I respect him so much. As a husband. But Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. Me NPP in Americans as no. Now, the available records show that the Secretariat alone spent 75 million Ghana cedis. Kufuor bie Ghana at 50 Secretariats. Celebration obie Secretariat almost spending close to 80 million Ghana cedis. A secretariat keke. Sibi Kufuor ba be free SHS secretariat na odi wi amusike nyina no. J.A. Kufuor Ghana at 50 obi a secretariat keke. The secretariat is spending close to 80 million Ghana cedis just on the celebration as against the CEO's reported 60 million Ghana cedis. Almost spending close to 80 million. And so CEO of the secretariat almost spending 60 million. This is an audit. This is the report. Who was the CEO? Why is the CEO working? Anytime I say JJ Rawlings had a problem with Atamils because say you forward na go say chomugum and atamos by Christo sem. Enti ene NPP vote minya anu to be catch Ghana for say NDC to mean chie NDC are for. It is because the NDC has always allowed these piglets to be walking on the streets, because these NPP criminals are not supposed to be walking on the streets of Ghana. Uko enima. The MPC and the Secretariat utilized all the internally generated funds representing the sale of cars. Cars there Ghana at 50 no. Almost finishing na. Representing the sale of cars and sase land, furnishing, mansions, sponsorship, totaling 19.3 million. Ghana at 50, that was the first time who car a friend Chrysler. Ghana at 50. Kufuor was this Chryslers about Ghana. BMWs. They took the cars, they shared it among each other. That is Kufuor. That was the first time who was Chrysler. Obi drive will be. And I'm who I'm say, hey, Ghana at 50. And I'm who Chrysler first time. Now, this is what the commission says. The chairman of the NPC claimed to have obtained written authorization from the Minister of Finance to use the internally generated funds. The National Planning Committee, almost say, Finance Minister Mom go ahead and say, almost spend this sikana. Abra Parliament, actually, almost spend it. They did not even trust Parliament. They did not even respect the law. Ghana mra. Parliament. Kufuor time na mechira no. He never respected the laws, because that time no na unima kenkan na unim bibia na asantefo radio nkwa na news into omo kata Kufuor krono so na mechira no say Kufuor is the worst president in Ghana ha. You have a president who boy krono Kufuor. Atamils made one of the biggest mistakes. Anytime JJ Rawlings always had an issue with Atamils. Now here the Minister of Finance did not have the mandate to give the authorization, since it would have been contrary to Article 176 and 178 of the 1992 Constitution. The Finance Minister then did not have the authorization. Because the MPC CEO no say Finance Minister no charges so omundiscano. Moana mo bota mo MPP for I say we ntwamwa. Kwasiafo mo ka say anyhow. Now when you move forward in that investigations, the law is that authorization for the use of internally generated funds can only be granted by an act of Parliament. Utilizing the internally generated fund without authorization from Parliament constitutes a violation of Article 176 and 178 of the 1992 Constitution. The whole planning committee, but you know what? Kufuor did not care, because they used Ghana at 50 to steal from us. Now, the internally generated funds were to have been used to repay the Fidelity loan. Sikana almost said, Secretariat raised internally, nanko some the Fidelity loan, no. That's what happened. Omuntia and omudie. Enti wana betu asaka you and I, and you betu asaka no. Enti omwa na omudie ni ma. Yakoji loan of Fidelity na sika raised by the Secretariat. You also edit because people donated. Banks, so many people donated to the Ghana at 50. It is our sika no. Na go say the coach loan na ya Fidelity. And so Kufuor and making sure say Nire Kubro be MPN mono. They chopped out the money. They didn't care. They are all supposed to be in jail. Obi say omu paid for. And today they are grooming another criminal in the name of Baumia to come and sit on us and shit all over the country. Or we no delete videos in free GBC. And baby no abekwa Ghana at 50 videos. Kufuor na over free power. And on instructed GBC for say everything that corrupt about him corrupt piano or deleting in tapes and it is so difficult. Open Kwame Nkrumah videos, time another president easy to access it than to get Kufuor's videos. But I was because Kufuor is a political criminal. Strategically, or you're good in stealing. Anything and there you go on the internet, you don't find anything about Kufuor, but you can find so many things about Kwame Nkrumah. You can find so many things about Liman. You can find things about JJ Rawlings. You can find things, but J.A. Kufuor, you need to struggle. You know why? Because Bonia Kufuor, he cleaned his ass. Let me leave it here. After Ghana at 50, what here, I don't even want to conclude it. Now, yes, I didn't know, we Ghana at 50, no. I feel a car now I bought Sika Omedi, we Ghana at 59 or they redenomination by. Because he wanted a way to bridge the debt, to look like Yandeka 1:1. And then a common creative Ghana at 50 better also. Because you see, Ghana at 50, he made so much money, they stole so much from us, they wanted a way to make sure said the debt automatically fizzles away or evaporates. So how were they going to create that for people to say oh, Kufuor boka 10 billion and the $1 and the 10 billion $1. anything or buy no say or the be a friend redenomination. Now ask yourself, Kufuor did redenomination buy no? You busa Bank of Ghana for say redenomination. I didn't know the bar. Do you understand? Reasons on my okay. Kufuor say 1 Ghana 50 pesos. Me say Kufuor e boss akron no nyina wie no. Oni ni kofim pie mu ne otaf ma mu wie na say da bi. Sa ekewe ayabo ato na too much. Aban sisan e be ko jail. So let's do something. Let's rebase. Let us do redenomination. Yama sika no anwo no embedru the same as the dollar. Send ye be ya aban sisan na say ye bo besia ana ye wi sika 10 billion it is the same as Ghana cedi. And then the redenomination by it is when you go and read the document Bank of Ghana release here about redenomination the reasons for redenomination I'm sure idea. These are the specific reasons the Bank of Ghana gave in 2007 for the redenomination of the cedi based on the official explanation and Bank of Ghana publications at that time. Iti reasons ben tina Kufuor say Ghana sika no oba be redenomination after owie ye no after owie sika ni nyina one ne nkofo no ewie Ghana at 50 na e kabeda ye so no then they said yenye redenomination na sika ni nyina nya pe se na be ya Ghana fo ejiminti omunhu sika dodo aye wia. Now let me show you the reasons in tia JA Kufuor redenomination the value is the same. Ohun se mo ejimi. 1, simplification of accounting records and the ease of expressing monetary values. Simplification of the accounting record. Send a beya accountant for one Ghana for ya keka sika semboma emfa ye niso. You want to simplify it. Send a beya auditors, accountant, ye matter emfa moniso. Aden na auditors ni accountant any bank manager amaka so mo ye matter for moniso because he wanted to simplify the money. Send a beya oboka 10 billion it will be Ghana $10 billion 10 billion cedis. Untumi nka say Kufuor oye ede sa mat na Kufuor di Ghana ska. These are the reasons that omomaye for redenomination JA Kufuor. Now second, reintroduction of the culture of using coins which will reduce pressure on banknotes or say na omo pese Ghana for enya sa suban na omo be use more coins. Se na be ya note no ana paper sika no pressure amba so redenomination reasons nie. Kwasi afo mon kenkan NPP for nwan. Yeah, man na me baby o. I was enjoying in Ghana and I'm afraid me say me chirechirem. It is second reason almost say na pese di padodo use coins instead of notes and our paper sika se na be ya pressure embed sika so redenomination reasons they be no. Messiah, get me the advert. Now, point 3, significant reduction in the transaction volumes. Almost now sata momunye redenomination na man for banker na sika no doso into 1% for the sika ketua kuta eco bank the value is the same. Ogi some way Jimmy. NPP for Kufuor no use some way Jimmy or use it to say moi. These are the reasons until your redenomination. That was the beginning of our end as a nation because he was wiping out his debts. He was wiping out the money he stole with his colleagues. He was trying to find a way. And no, Baumia is a smart economist, because the Bank of Ghana Baumia as an advisor or something. So Baumia and Amobua Kufuor money redenomination to the real Musikano. And anything and the Baumia because if it wasn't for Baumia, Kufuor the jail. And can you buy Bank of Ghana or manipulative papers, and we trust reasons where Kufuor be them. Because that Kufuor himself, JJ Rollins in Yano, but because that JJ Rollins himself Kufuor, he had evidence. So Kufuor knew what he was doing. Anything and there, Baumia Jimmy and Sabet now, Montuma Baumia, because Baumia saved him from going to jail. Number 5. Efficiency in payment system such as the use of ATMs. Also, and the couldn't tell me a redenomination say, no percent comfort to me use ATM pa. Do you know how much we spend to do redenomination? Unimsika say na, yeah, redenomination unimsika Ghana say no. These are foolish people. Closing of banks, banking closure. How much did they spend to close banks down? It is the same 442 formation. And where JA Kufuor number 6, facilitated the introduction of the use of vendor machines and car parking meters. Redenomination, non compensate. I could tell me and say, send a bear parking meters, baby, and the Ghana, I have a parking meter. Say the bear park car, na meter be so, na meter they ready how long the car will stay there. No wait here. How many from Kufuor's time? And him for those like parking meter is Ghana. J.A. Kufuor comfort. Only some way Jimmy. Only say Sebio ni anama santifoni bi dodo len kenkan. Almost na Sebio the foolish masses or mobedi NPP. That is what they did to you. Osima menka Kufuor asem. Now, number 7, promoting tourist expenditure. What the fuck is that? Promoting tourist expenditure. And it's now a redenomination. Now, these are the reasons, Baumia, manipulated documents, Emma Kufuor redenomination of the Bank of Ghana. Because that time, no, now Baumia wo as a research assistant. They are the ones who guided Kufuor to make sure he evade a jail. Moi, munyini na mute TikTok kan kwasi asem no. Me chamo J.A. Kufuor na power na mebono. This is J.A. Kufuor. What did he do? J.A. Kufuor for Ghana sika $1.5 million. Or the day or the kwa bruchire konani gold. Edi be guni kum. Papa we J.A. Kufuor during his time in office. J.A. Kufuor etam Ghana sika $1.5 million. Or the koma ayedi bruni se onani chain fambre no onfam man ho award ene dan kum no. Me NPP J.A. Kufuor in 2008 na oba be free power and otam Ghana sika $1.5 million. And or the kwa bruchire and or the koma bruni say ye gold chain never mame. Na me fan to me come na me call for me fan bo me ho abaso. Now the story no the story in my metro. When you read the story the BBC covered and yet me I'm showing you where the story BBC crack about story no and the news no it was carried by Will Ross BBC News Accra. Date na no the Friday 11 July 2008 8-9 p.m. UK time and a BBC epic story way J.A. Kufuor story. And anytime be say we ka Kufuor asem no otam Ghana sika. Now let's read the story. The Ghanaian government spent more than $1.5 million. That's around about 704,000 pounds. Buying 515 gold medals from a company based in the Channel Islands, officials have confirmed. Otam almost $1.5 million. Ediko abruchiri, ediko yedeng, ediko ma company bi. Our Channel Islands, so mo fanye gold, no fan tunukum, yam man award, our Ghana. Now, when you read the story, almost half of the medals were given out last week to prominent citizens at a colorful national award ceremony. The government says the rest will be presented over the next 4 years. Some medals now for the 1.5 million. So that question sabano. Kakrebi no de man go for with cannot see next 4 years the beba. Mumuza Kufuor say medals na can I win. Kufuor kromfo. Me say J.A. Kufuor $1.5 million come out Bruni wa bruchiri. And I say obebo no ho abaso ene nkofo bi. And or the come company be no year gold no 1.5 million. Yes, I gold ne buy no medals ne buy no. Or say oh ni nyina ntuma ma na the next 4 years no eda yedim no 2009 10 11 12 no sa gold ni nyina beba na ya fresh ankofo no the gold na to mukom. Munko bu say papa Kufuor say gold na sa for medals na aka na ewen into kind story now. I see almost half of the medals were given out last week to prominent citizens at a colorful national award ceremony. The government says the rest will be presented over next 4 years. The medals are intended to reward outstanding contribution to Ghana, but critics say the money would have been better spent alleviating poverty. Now, these are the facts. 18-karat gold. Recipients included politicians, chiefs, business leaders, and even country's president, John Kufuor, who will step down at the end of the year. 2008 na free power no, and okoye medals ne baye, ni nyina amba, or see the next 4 years na beba no de mama kano. Ye busa Kufuor, gold na okotua 1.4 million, medals na kan ewen. Kufuor na chain no wen. Ene na mibusa wo. Wonana nom na se member power, menka metu enka menka wasem. Ba wonana nom say memma Ghana fo hu nipa we ye na membo power na omu hu de wa ye e wo Ghana ye busa wo medals na ewen medals na wotam Ghana fo sika 1.4 million so with the gold e be toton kofo kom no sa medals na ewen ye papa Kufuor na wo nana no mkeka nkwase asem. Kufuor are one of the greatest criminals in Ghana politics. I'm basing my facts on these things. No man me read the action no, and then I be basis so I catch us Kufuor is a criminal. Let's ask Kufuor. You know way, gold chains na way. Obe bunu na me a call. Now no idea the me. Now already BBC for story now. I say he was given the highest award. Kufuor was given the highest award, the Grand Order of the Star and Eagles of Ghana. Hey, rather than go for. Yeah, Papa Kufuor. Okoye gold number 2 no. He got the highest award. Your friend, the Grand Order of the Star and Eagles of Ghana. Sa award na Kufuor the man. Now, the gold, set in 18 karat gold, it was also the most expensive at $65,000 in pounds, na 32,700 pounds. Gold na Kufuor did you know Kufuor de na boarding. The okachiro mu say ebesa aba no onane fra ne de no so mo Jimmy. Obeche kakra bi ena oka say de aka no the next 4 years le beba. De na eda kom no wanane de aka ni nyina na eda kom. Inti 13:1 na eda kom. Ena okachiro nkwasiafo say mo amo de aka no mo ntwan next 4 years. Ono ne last year no. And so okachiro say 4 years time de aka ne beba. That time no Sandy gold na send kom na $65,000 in 2008 no. Now one nani nipa be 30 dia Canadian no de kom. Ohum samo ye moa. Me say Kufuor is one of the biggest criminals in Ghana politics.